All right, welcome to the Saturday Morning Nerd Show and Inside the Gaming Lounge. We are doing a 2-for-1 on our podcast with the gaming staff of That Nerd Show. I'm Marcus Blake, your host, and joined with me as usual is our squad leader, Mr. K. Scott Cooper.
Hello, travelers.
And we got Mr. Chad Womack with us this morning as well.
Good morning.
Well,
the assets are happy to be here as well.
All right. So Brendan couldn't join us this morning. He is dealing with a beer emergency at the brew pub that he manages. He's, the brewmaster there. And yes, beer emergencies are a real thing. So we hope it all gets sorted out, and we'll have him on at a later time. But anyway, this morning is all about unboxing and reviewing the new PlayStation 5. After kind of a debacle with our review copy of it that didn't get in on Thursday, we were able to grab one early yesterday morning at a Target. And we're going to get into it, show you what it's all about here. But first thing I want to do is I want to give a shout out to the Target that's near my house in Richardson, Texas, for their professionalism, everything that they did with, people scrambling around trying to find a PlayStation. I made a joke that the early bird gets the worm for gamers. When you start lining up at 5 a.m. to be the first in line to get what they have left in stock. They only ended up having 5 extras in stock that didn't go to pre-orders online. So a bunch of us were there early, and the manager who had the early shift, I got to give him credit by saying, I'm going to put you guys on a list in order, and I'm going to text you when the store opens so you don't have to hang out for 3 hours.
And you didn't have to dress in a Starfleet uniform, right?
No. I actually forgot to do that because I woke up a little bit late and was rushing out the door. But instead of watching the episode of The Mandalorian outside of a Target on my laptop, I got to actually go home, have breakfast, and do it, and then showed up. But yeah, they were great. They had multiple people working in the electronics department. They got everybody out. And it was kind of funny because they're trying to get everybody signed up on their Red Card that, links to your bank account and your own debit card. And if you use it to make purchases, you get 5% off, which is a big deal when you're spending $500 on a PlayStation 5. And of course, I'm bragging about Target because I've had some of the better deals that will continue through Black Friday, where you could buy 2 PS5 games and get 1 free. So I took advantage of that and ended up getting 3 games and stuff that I probably wouldn't have bought, but it's the only thing they really had in stock. So we got a copy of the Miles Morales Spider-Man game, the remake of Demon Souls, and NBA 2K21. And then I got the Call of Duty game at GameStop using coupons from our company account. But yeah, they had everybody rocking and rolling, and even when the app was breaking down, they still entered all the discounts manually, and I calculated everything, and I ended up saving about $175 by the time it was all said and done.
Nice.
And got an extra controller. So while we're not really being paid to advertise Target, I mentioned all of this because if you're looking for a place to get your stuff, you're trying to find a PS5, Xbox Series X during Black Friday or before Christmas, Walmart has been a complete shit show. They wanted everybody to order online. Of course, their website kept crashing. Target was trying to do the same thing, and of course, their website kept crashing as well. But by Friday morning, Wednesday morning, you could go into stores, and if they had any on hand, they put them out on the floor. So I'm just telling people out there, my recommendation is I would go to Target. Find out what's going on, sign up for the Red Card, save a little bit of money on everything. I think they're going to have some really great deals. So, like I said, just a recommendation. All right, so let's get to the PlayStation 5. Here it is, folks. This monstrosity of a system. Check that out. Yeah. I don't know really what they were thinking about the design. Did you guys have any opinions on the design?
It looks like a really badly designed, oversized router.
You know what I thought? As I unboxed this, I went through a binge watch of *Halt and Catch Fire*, which was originally on AMC, but it's on Netflix now. And in the first season, where they're trying to talk about what their portable computer is going to look like, that style is everything, not functionality. And I'm kind of like, I think that's kind of bullshit, but okay. I was like, did somebody else watch that show and thought it was Sony, like, let's do something that's never been done before, because Square is just so old-fashioned. Anyway, it's heavier than any of the other PlayStations that have come out, and I think a lot of that has to do with the extra cooling fans, and then the hardware they have inside, for the extra processing power. When I hook it back up and we get started here, I put a cooling pad, a cooling board underneath it, and the way it sits, it kind of sets, straight. I think what they're trying to do is they want people to stand it up on its side, and there's a little thing that comes with it that you can do that. But I think it depends on your living room. But anyway, that's the design of it. It looks weird. It is what it is. But then again, did you guys, when you got your PS3 back in the day, did you think that one looked kind of weird, like the first model that came out?
Yeah.
Scott?
I never owned a PS3.
Oh, okay. Well, I mentioned that because I remember people talking about it, about its curvature, and it looked kind of weird compared to the other ones. And again, I think it was that way of trying to have enough ventilation with, because it was the first time they went to the Blu-ray drive and had extra processing power at the time. So, but anyway, that's what
my
it looks
biggest complaint about the PS3 was the gloss. I hated the glossy finish. It showed every blemish, every fingerprint smudge. It's like you had to go over it with a rag every time you put a disc in and out. It's just, I hated it.
Right.
I hated that glossy finish.
It's just like you had to have your own little turtle wax to give it that extra shine.
had to have his own chamois cloth.
Right.
You have a ShamWow from my PS3.
So the other thing I wanted to show off was the controller. Here it is. Trying to angle it in front of the camera. It's neat little white design. We've got no color icons anymore. And I mean, it's bigger. It feels more to me like an Xbox controller than anything else. So the DualSense capabilities of it that they were advertising after doing a little bit of gameplay last night definitely makes a huge difference. I won't lie, but it also takes some getting used to, as I discovered when I was playing NBA 2K21. But you'll feel the weight of it when you first hold it. And here's the other thing. I want to point this out. They do all this to make like a really cool controller. Like the trigger, the bumpers and the trigger controls are a little bit bigger and more curved to your fingers, which is, good. But why is it, it's like this thing right here. Why is it we don't provide anything to actually cover it or make these things better? The first time I played with it and I didn't put any of my little thumb things on there, I was like, this thing is going to be ruined with gameplay in 6 months. It's just thin, kind of grainy.
I think you just answered your own question.
Yeah. I'm like, screw you. So I guess that's Sony's way of, trying to get you to always have to replace your controllers every 6 months.
Right.
And it's $70 a pop. And $70 a pop, I have, 3 words for you. Go fuck yourself. It's not happening. So, but anyway, like I said, the controller's kind of nice, and it's different. But the mics and stuff to it. I mean, it's got a great sound to it. The plug-in is a little bit different. It's not the standard little like Android, Samsung, whatever controller. I forget what they call it. I think it's the
The micro USB.
Yeah, which a lot of the newer phones are going to. But if you lose things and you're trying to charge it, you can actually get the little plugs for like $1 free in places like that. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that looks for the cheap off-brand, charging station, which I found one on Amazon yesterday for $13. So we'll see if that works. But again, I mean, it looks nice. The controller feels nice. You guys have any impressions of it so far?
No, I mean, it looks weird. I don't like the color concept. It looks like a 5-year-old threw up on it. But I mean, I'm not holding it in my hand, so short of that, I don't really know. What was, you said something about dual sense capabilities? What is that?
Okay, so I'll read the description. I'm not exactly clear. That's what they were calling it. And you know what? Let me make sure that I'm actually getting that. Okay, so they describe it as this. The DualSense wireless controller for PS5 offers an immersive haptic feedback, dynamic adaptive triggers, and built-in microphones, all integrated into an iconic design. I think what they're trying to do. Okay, so this is their description of it. The hapstack feedback is it feels physically responsive. It's physically responsive feedback to your in-game actions with dual actuators, which replace traditional numble motors in your hands. These dynamic vibrations can simulate the feeling of everything from environments to recoil and different weapons. That is actually kind of interesting because I felt the difference doing the zombie mode yesterday in Call of Duty, and a little bit of difference in playing NBA 2K, especially with that game where they're trying to have these controls where you're timing your shot and trying to make it more realistic as you play, which I felt weird after years of playing NBA 2K, and I kind of went back to the other controller setting.
I turned my vibration off because, I've got a nerve shut to shit in my elbow, so I can't have the vibration on. So
yeah,
that doesn't do me any fucking good,
Well, and I think what they're trying to do is they want you to feel more immersed in the game, and not just by the graphics. They want you to actually kind of feel your experience in the hand. That's what they're going with. Because here's their description: adaptive trigger. Experience varying levels of force and tension as you interact with your in-game gear and environments. From pulling back at an increasingly tight bowstring to hitting the brakes on a speeding car, feel physically connected to your on-screen actions. So it's kind of cool, and I see what they're where they're going with it. But like if in your case, Scott, like you said, if the vibrations and all that bother you, that's not really going to work.
Yeah, and I know a lot of guys who hardcore game turn their vibrations off because they don't want to get jump scared or something like that whenever something just goes zip, so
Right.
they turn it off. But I mean, honestly, yeah, I get it. It sounds cool. It sounds really interesting. It sounds like awesome. Let's be all in depth and shit. But at the same time, it also sounds like just another thing that can go wrong with the controller to break, sounds like something that you're going to have to constantly be updating your controller or the software.
Well, and that's it. I mean, immediately when I plugged in and started setting everything up, I had to do updates on both controllers. Now, to let everybody know, we're not going into this blindly. I did take the time to set it up, get my gaming library fixed, because I wanted to show everybody what it looked like, and we're going to talk about like the external hard drive. So here's a quick few things. Yes, you can, if you have all your PS4 games on an external hard drive, yes, you can boot that over and play your PS4 games off that external hard drive. I did that. I have a huge 8 terabyte drive with like over 200 games and stuff. So that was really great. I do recommend, yes, copying your data from the PS4 to the PS5. I didn't do it that way. I just plugged it in. So all of my saved data from the cloud, I had to go in and download that manually, or it was basically going to make me start every game over. So, yeah. But the PS5 games, you have to play them on the internal hard drive. Or if whenever they release their personal external hard drive that they're attaching to the PS5, strictly for PS5 games, you can do it that way. That's just more shit from Sony where they're like, no, we want you to buy our expensive gear to be able to have more games. So,
which I did call. Which I
yep,
did.
You did. Well, remember how many years did we have the PS4 before it took them to finally have an update to have an external drive? So,
I don't even know.
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago they finally were able to do that. But I mean, the PlayStation 4 came out what, 2013? I believe.
I don't know. I'm looking it up.
Yeah. So I mean, in that regard, if it takes them that many years, it is. It's kind of typical shit from Sony and how they do things. But whatever.
2013.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So hopefully they'll be better about making updates to how you're going to be able to do that, or at least they'll provide something in the next year or two where you can play off, that external hard drive, or your system is going to be able to have 2 external hard drives on there. Because that's another thing. It's like I'm not getting rid of my entire PS4 catalog that I can play on this new system, just to try to create space for all of your huge games.
Yeah, that's different.
Right. Sorry, Sony. You're not going to get to gouge us at every. You're just not going to get to gouge us all the time. There's a reason we buy off-brand shit at Amazon. That's way cheaper.
But they will try if they can get away with it.
They will. Chad, your impression? You said it basically looks kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't get the aesthetic choices that they went with. I know that every console goes through a facelift at some point. I'm sure that this is inevitable. I know people are going to be turned off because there's only one color choice for the console, right? It just comes in that look, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we all know they're going to put out a branded edition for certain game. It's just going to happen. It always does. It always has. Then they change the aesthetic entirely. They eliminate features. They streamline it. So I've got a really great big wait and see attitude towards PS5 because I think it's ugly as hell. Is it? My main question for you is how loud is it once it's running?
No, it's not loud at all.
It's not loud at all. Okay.
Yeah, it's quiet.
So it's a quiet system. So
yeah, I mean, the Xbox Series X at the same time is quiet. And to me, the loudest thing behind it really was the cooling pad underneath it, which I could barely hear anyway. Actually, I don't really hear anything if you set it properly on the cooling pad. So, yeah, it's not like the old PS3 where it was like really loud and what is that running in the background? What is that motor? Is there a generator? So, all right, we're going to hook this bad boy up. I'm going to switch everything around, and then we're going to get to some gameplay. So give us just a moment while we get that ready, and we'll jump into some things and see how it goes. All right, but maybe check a setting real quick. Skynet is out there. So we've been talking bad about Sony, and all right. so everybody can take a quick look on the other screen. Back going. I will say this, the Xbox Series X does load a little bit faster. I think that's just the way it's always, kind of, I think that's really what they were going for with its hardware. All right. Since we got the other screen up, and hopefully it'll do, I'm going to walk through a couple of things of how this looks at everybody. So very different feel to it. It took me a little while to kind of navigate around the menu, see what they're doing. They're putting Explore and games and stuff like that at the top, and then your gaming library is literally right there at the top. Which for me, I've been updating everything. It's all 221 games that are sitting on my external hard drive. And most of them were able to update with ease. A lot of them that were still required discs that weren't digital. I had to put the disc in and get those updated. Here, so with the PS4, when you hit the PS button and it brings up all your other settings, like settings, mic, broadcast, chat, party, that kind of thing, that's a little bit different. So when I hit it, it's actually at the bottom because I'm trying to focus on news clips, things that you've played. So like here is all of those typical settings that you see that are at the bottom screen. So my first impression was, especially looking at the design, did we get some employees from Apple to design everything? But I found this actually kind of interesting. You can back out. It does have you being online at the top corner, top right-hand side. I couldn't find settings when I was trying to get everything. I was trying to check storage and what came over and stuff, and I couldn't find anything. I had to actually look it up online. Like, where the fuck is the settings button? I need settings.
Right.
And it's right here. So it takes a bit of getting used to. It just does. But after updating and playing around with it, I'm just like, okay, I kind of dig what they're trying to do. I see that, they want their immersive experience with how you start in a game, how you explore. They're separating the media and the games, and it's easy to integrate all your icons. So it does have much more like kind of a tablet feel to it, and it's not all like kind of in one place. So I'm hit or miss on that personally. It just, again, I see what they're doing, but I think it's going to take a bit of getting used to, obviously coming from the PS4. But then again, I mean, there's always that big jump in how you do things from each console or how it looks.
Does it have a more media hub feel to it like the Xbox has, to where the PS4 to me never felt like it was media hub enabled? It wasn't all that intuitive, whereas Xbox One felt like it was easier to go from gaming to movies and TV watching and stuff.
Well, but I think that's the difference with, they have your game section right here that you can click to, or you can go to media. So all your media is right there. So it's just one click away separating those two sections. So, immediately you can start downloading apps and checking out stuff right here. So,
I mean, in a way, I guess that's kind of helpful for people like me if you don't use your consoles to stream whatever. I use my television, so I don't have anything but my television on. So for me, I guess that is kind of helpful, because I hate how the PS4 now, like anytime they have an update or anything else like that, they just shove it in line in front of you. And so,
that's why I never liked their dashboard.
And so with this seems a little bit, kind of streamlined. Yeah, it's a little different. So that's where I'm going from, because it's new and I can't really tangibly see it.
Right.
And so, but I do like that, because if it's separate, hopefully, I'm not going to be getting all these notifications and shit and everything. They're going to be popping up. But
Right.
the only deal we have for it now is, why make it so difficult to look in the settings? What are you trying to do? That's just honestly, the settings is the base thing everybody fucking has to mess with. Everybody has to be able to mess with it.
And that's I never would have thought to look at it at the top. That's why I couldn't find it, because we're so used to popping up among your gaming library on the PS4.
Oh, so it was a you thing, not them. They just put it at the top, like available.
Well, but again, I'm not the only one who couldn't find it. How I found it was going to a discussion board or actually Reddit, where people were complaining they couldn't find settings because they weren't thinking about looking at the very top. Where it is over here. We're not used to looking at the very top.
Oh God, forgive human beings and their ability to not look up.
Well, again, you're so used to everything, those icons at the very bottom would be above. So I don't mind what they did. It's just it takes a bit of getting used to coming from the PS4. That's all I'm telling people when you first get this system. Okay, it will feel a little backwards the first time, but I got used to it very quickly as I was having to come down and update everything. So broadcast. What's it? Yeah,
I feel like them putting the settings in the corner like that and is almost kind of like it's a computer thing.
Right.
Like anytime I'm on like a laptop or anything, I need to go to the settings. Eyes instantly go to the upper right hand corner.
Yeah, and you're right. That's a good call on that. I think we look at these as like a different kind of computer that we can do stuff with. So put it to you this way. For everybody that grew up with all these different versions of Windows from 3.1, 95, 98, 2000, to Windows 7, whatever. When they went to the tablet format, trying to be more tablet-based, everybody was fucking confused because we had 20 years of knowing how Windows looked. And the first thing you wanted to do was, how do I revert back to that feel? I can't stand Windows 10. So I changed all of the settings on every one of my computers to have a Windows 7 feel, even though I can't completely get around some of their tablet-based bullshit. You can't, I think there's part of it that if you have 20 years of, this is how things look, okay, this is what people and generations are used to, you can make it a little bit more shiny, but don't fuck with the overall look of it.
Yeah.
At least with Apple, nothing has truly changed where how you find stuff, where everything is
all broken and hard to find.
Right. You may hate Apple, but for the most part, it's stayed pretty much the same. So, all right, I'm going to switch camera angles. We're going to get into some of the games here. I'm not playing full quarter of NBA 2K. I just wanted to show what it looks like, graphics-wise, and test out some of the Twitch capabilities. So, give us just a moment. We're going to rock and roll. Woo! Oh, shoot. I did one thing that I never really supposed to do, but give me 1 second. I got to share. Okay, you can probably hear my voice, but here is. I'll move back over here for a moment. So here is kind of how you're going to broadcast. They have the little share button at the top left by the main pad. So they have these things where save recent gameplay, take screenshots, start new recording, and then you can hit broadcast right here. So we are already, let me turn that down a little bit. My apologies. But if you hit that, the little icon for broadcast is, as I said, it's like right here. So you just scroll over, hit it. You're ready to go live. So we're going to go live on Twitch. And if you hit the share button, there you go. So they did make an easy, seamless transition to being able to broadcast on Twitch, and you can set it up on YouTube and all that. So we're broadcasting. I'm going to keep it running to see if we can switch from game to game with what we're doing, and then I'm going to do our share screen, and I'll be right back.
I feel like we should have our own little infomercials in this kind of, spot here. We're like, hi, do you suffer from tiny underpants gnomes constantly stealing your underwear in the night? Millions of Americans constantly suffer from tiny underpants gnomes. It's okay. Here at Parks Brothers Smashers and Assholes, we take care of all the kinds of problems that you want to deal with.
Okay.
We're here for you.
We're here for you.
Okay. Make some adjustments here. Also trying to make some adjustments so I'm not scratching myself.
Too late.
All right. So the first thing we're going to jump into is NBA 2K real quick. I'm not going to play a full quarter. Like I said, I just wanted to show off the gameplay and the graphics. If you complained about NBA 2K20 and some of the jerky defensive moves, well, they did fix that. And it's definitely a lot better. Okay, so I have my own roster for the Bulls. And that's right. I'm playing point guard. Because
I
that's
have no idea what that means.
Okay. Let's think still. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. All right. Again, everything looks fantastic on the PS5. I was very much impressed with the graphics. I could definitely see a difference with this version. And they released NBA 2K not too long ago, but they have a new version for the PS5, which is the one I got. All right. Now, I'm going to make one quick change because I wanted to show this off. They have these weird, no, that's not it. It's controller settings. Okay, how you can shoot. You can do this like shot timing, shot like aiming kind of thing. And it's just really, really weird trying to do it. As I said, I went back to the other settings. There. Also, one other quick thing I wanted to show people, you can adjust the camera angle on how everything looks. Like, we'll give you an example. I can make it more flat, or I can make it more used to how old versions of NBA 2K used to be. So I kind of keep it in the middle a little bit so I can see more of the floor, because I feel like this is just too weird and trying to do everything. But depending on how you better see things. Like I said, you can adjust that. All right. Yeah, defense is still not great, but yeah. So they have this little meter where you have to like pull down, circle around, and try to get your shot halfway into the meter. I'll show it one more time. And just the timing is really, really ridiculous, in my opinion. So you're trying to do it and you shoot air balls. So I'm going to go back to what I consider. I do real player percentage, which relies more on the CPU. I turn shot aiming off, free throw timing. Okay. That way you're going back to the buttons. Anyway, what do you guys think about the graphics of this game on the PS5? Impressed or like so-so?
It looks good to me. It looks TV quality.
I don't play sports games enough to have any really, a weigh in on what's good or bad graphics in sports games. So. I abstain.
It's just really hard to tell a major jump in graphic fidelity from PS4 to PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's about what you would expect.
Yeah, and part of it too is jumping, to like Ultra 4K. Some of these systems are coming with HDMI ports that allow you to do that. All right, let me do one more thing.
It becomes a little bit more apparent whenever they zoom in on a particular player. The wide field of view, I don't think really does the graphics justice whenever you get an up close, really good look at a character model while who's making a shot.
Now with camera angles. There we go. So yeah, I went back to the old school way of doing controls. I don't use the joysticks. It's like, in NHL, when you're trying to shoot, they want you to use the joysticks to flick up. I think NBA trying to time everything is just too ridiculous on that. So yeah, I went back to just using the square button to shoot, which still relies on sensitivity, where you can't just hold it down constantly. You got to hold it down for just a split second to allow them to go through with their motion. But I feel like that's a little bit better. Anyway, brief little thing about this game on the PS5. And if you want to get out of a game, you can actually just hit the PS button, go to home, shows you what you've done in the past, and you can switch around from there. So the next thing I want to show everybody is I'm going to do a quick thing in Mortal Kombat. If I can load the disc. Because, if you're talking about like fighting games and wanting to try those out. Oh, okay. So it looks like we can't do a complete scene transition, or maybe we can. Oh, okay. So the broadcast did stop. Now we got to go back to. Okay. What happened there? Well, wouldn't that be wouldn't that be the rub? Try to review the PlayStation 5 and it goes out.
Is that screen literally like, is it frozen? Is because that like that blue screen there, is that like a blue screen of doom or what is that?
No. Wow. Yeah, this thing just went dead. Hold on one second.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
It fucking crashed. Wow.
I don't know.
Holy crap.
I
Wow.
know. Right? That is not bode well.
Not a ringing endorsement.
It's okay, folks. I think it's not broken. I think what's going on is it's how it's transitioning. Trying to live stream.
Huh.
Or this could be my TV and they're trying to update. So I don't want anybody to freak out. Okay. Wow, that's kind of not boding well right there. After the repair is complete, your PC will automatically restart. Repair what?
If you're getting that as an error message, that totally means that bitch crashed.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I guess that's where we are now, huh?
Okay. Well, here we go. Okay. Before anybody completely like freaks out about what might have happened here, I don't know if this necessarily was the PS5 or if you can't just do a seamless seamless move to another game while you're live streaming on Twitch. So, okay, the extended storage drive wasn't moved properly. Okay, well, there you go.
Because anytime I get that error message on my end, when it says the storage drive wasn't like disconnected properly or something like that, it's because my console has crashed for whatever reason. Like a game glitch caused it to crash, or like a power outage, or whatever. It's that bitch went and then it says I have to repair my external drive. So
well,
yeah.
Let me do this.
Yeah, because
here's what we're gonna do. All right, this is live, so we're not making anything up. This is what happened, but I do want to give fair warning. We don't know if this is completely the PS5's fault or it was something that I hit. So don't freak out. Don't take that this is not worth buying. That's not what we're saying. I do have an 8 terabyte external hard drive on here. And I tried to move from one game to another. Maybe I didn't close out the NBA game like I should have, and then I tried to put something else in there.
Well, this is my thing. Whenever and despite whatever the cause of that may have been, the fact is that system should be able to handle something like that.
Right, and you're right.
And if it can't, then that's not good. So I don't know how many times Twitch streamers do hot changes during broadcasts. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't really watch Twitch streams, not my thing. But no, I mean, like, even if you're just like, oh, I'm done gaming for the day or whatever, and then you go to switch apps or something like that or whatever, if that thing's crashing because it's making a transition like that, that's not,
Yeah.
Because like even on the PS4, I can turn around, hit the home button, pop out of a screen, forget that I didn't properly close out of a game, go, oh, I want to play this game. And then I activate that, and then it'll go, oh, well, we have to close this application before you can open another one. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
And then you go, well, yeah, no, totes, that's what I want to do. But like you went to go make the transition, and that thing went, that's not, that doesn't bode well.
That could be a deal breaker for somebody that streams as part of their job.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That could be a real difference maker between getting an Xbox Series or whatever the hell they're calling it and a PS5. That could be something that would kind of make them shy away from it.
Yeah, and at the same time, and if that's things, I mean, even if that's not that big of a deal to get around or anything else like that, anytime that thing makes that freak out like that, you run the risk of doing something to your external drive to where that data becomes corrupted.
Yeah. Very, very, very true.
The last thing you want to do is to have, countless hours being put into a game, and then all of a sudden a little zip like that, and then you're back to day one, square one.
Yeah.
So to me, that does not bode well.
A problem occurred with some software the last time PS reviewed. Report. Okay.
Yeah, no, sorry. That's this would honestly, like if I had like the choice, because if I only have enough money to buy one, that right there just put me on the I will not buy PlayStation.
Well,
not the first wave anyway.
Yeah. No,
now, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're not done. We're going to kick out. We're not going to show you Mortal Kombat. I'm going to put Call of Duty in there. We're going to start broadcast, and I'm going to stop it, and then we're going to go into something else. If this thing crashes again, for any reason, we're going to stop the broadcast, and we're going to go on, and obviously I'm returning the damn thing. And yeah, and Sony, we're going to have some choice words for you.
If you return it, can you buy me an Xbox? I'll be good, I promise.
Daddy, please. All right. Again, I do want to reiterate that maybe it had something to do with I didn't stop the broadcast or whatever. So we're going to try it a different way and see if anything happens. And this thing may not be able to handle like large terabytes of external drives, even if it's just PS4 games. So we're going to see. We're going to try one more thing, and then we're going to get to trying to play Ghosts of Tsushima, which, by the way, I don't have a disc for that, so we shouldn't have to. Anyway, we'll see. Try one thing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that I like the PlayStation. I kind of like what they've done with it, and, want to move up to something a little bit better that has on my PlayStation 4 games. Okay. But I do like the Xbox Series X better. That's, to me, if I was going to choose one system, the new consoles, I would have chosen that.
Well, now this is my ultimate question. Have you compared how the PS5 runs the PS Now streaming compared to?
This is the first time we've done any kind of streaming with the PS5. It's a little bit more seamless transition.
I didn't know if you tried to what I mean is the PS Now, as in that's their version of Game Pass, and then instead of downloading the game, you stream it like you would Netflix or some shit.
No.
I don't know if you tried that or not, or if they'd made any updates to the PS Now, because yeah,
we haven't gotten into that yet, and that we were going to do that for a different show with the new consoles. So, all right. I'm going to start a new broadcast. We're broadcasting on Twitch. Let me do the share screen, and then we'll do some zombies. The one thing we do know for sure is Twitch is working just fine. So it wasn't Twitch's fault for what happened. I'm also wondering if maybe it is getting hot too fast because they weren't having ventilation problems, or if you stored it in the wrong place, it got too hot. As a story, came out about something that happened at Best Buy. And I'm wondering, which again, I'm not saying this bodes well for the PS5, but I'm wondering if I need a better cooling pad compared to where it is. It's nearby Xbox Series X, but there's enough room in it that it shouldn't be too hot around anything. And again, that's why I have the cooling pads. So, all right. I was kind of hoping Brendan was going to be here because you can put a party together to do zombies. So that is one of the advantages. I know we're probably never going to get back in and doing as a squad playing actual Call of Duty. But
you've always been able to do that in any of the zombie things. You've always been able to squad up.
Well, so. I know what I'm getting at is seamless transition, being able to do that through this system. It felt a little bit easier. And I thought it was pretty cool. And I'm like, if they would just do an all-out, all-zombie mode game for Call of Duty, we would totally buy that.
No, that I would buy, yeah.
All right. All right, we're going to go to private. And we're going to start in here and show you some gameplay. Now, again, Call of Duty is gorgeous on the PS5. Absolutely it is. All right. I also admit that I survived a few waves and I didn't figure out how to get into the building yesterday. So I can't figure it out. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I freely admit.
I couldn't figure out how to get inside, so I was murdered brutally.
No, hold on. It's like you can't go through there. You can't jump in there. Okay. All right. Also, if you're starting out and you can't find the ammo crate, it's literally right here. Yeah, like I said, I do think this is the best looking Call of Duty game. Whether the gameplay is any good, who knows?
Yeah, like we've already mentioned before, I'm kind of over Call of Duty at the moment. But if they ever did like release like a content release or whatever, to where you could go and just download and just have all the multiplayers, for the zombie modes that were like remastered or something or whatever, all in one place, I would do that because to me that is fun. But you can suck my right nut whenever it comes to this, season pay tier battle pass horse shit and multiplayer crap. And no, I'm done, man.
Right.
Sorry.
All right. gonna quit the match. So any impressions? Did it look good? The zombie mode? Or you don't care?
Well, no. I mean, I do care, obviously. I mean, the game does look good. You know, I haven't seen anything of the new Call of Duty, but which this is. It looks okay, but at the same time, you know, you haven't really dived in enough for me to actually be like, oh yeah, no, coach, yeah, you give me
Well,
wet back.
and we're going to get into gameplay of Call of Duty later this weekend. I'll be starting the campaign and we'll broadcast, but yeah, I'm not.
But I mean, like so far, it seems like all your menu transitions and your loads in and outs for the game have been fairly quick. And, you know, like we all know that fucking load times on any menu screen for whatever.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to an Activision game.
All right. I'm going to close out of the game before we do anything else. Okay. And the broadcast has stopped, so we're going to have to redo another broadcast. Now, this is what we're going to do. Again, we're not going to do Call of Duty this time. Mortal Kombat. We'll get to that. People can explore that. We want to play a round of Ghosts of Tsushima as a squad and see how that plays out. So I'm going to go to Ghosts. I was very excited to get into this. Okay. Now, let me do another quick broadcast. All right, so I think that the thing is, you can't move seamless. You have to close out of a game. It'll stop the broadcast, go to another game, start another one. So if you get some blue screen a little bit in our broadcast, that's basically what's happening.
It looks like as soon as you start broadcasting again, it kicks right back up.
Yeah, the share screen, everything is working because we here in the way we do our broadcast through Zoom is we use the share screen on a web browser of our Gameplay Twitch account. So I just keep it on that screen. It goes blue or dark when we stop. We go into another game. I hit the broadcast button. I do admit I love what they have done with that. There's always 2 or 3 steps you got to go through on the old PS4. I say old now. To be able to do a Twitch broadcast, to get everything right. This one, it's just seamless. It's basically one click. So they did a great job on that. All right, do you guys have your game loaded up?
Dude, I've had it loaded the entire time. I've been sitting here fucking around with appearance stuff while you've been yammering.
Well, okay, Scott. Message received. I'll shut up so we can play.
Finally, jeez.
With a staff like this.
You didn't give me what I want, Daddy, so I'm going to be nasty.
All right.
Am I inviting you? Yeah, I need to invite you, yes.
No, I haven't done any invites because I'm actually showing how to do that. All right, we're going to... So we're doing survival because we can have up to 4 in that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do this just because it's easy. And
Marcus, you should do the matchmaking before you do that.
well,
because if you back out to the menu screen and then you go to social, you do the invites that way.
Oh, that's right. Okay, thank you. Okay. Send invite. There okay. Did those invites go through?
Mine did, yes.
Okay. There we go. And Chad, how about you? Yeah, okay, great. Thanks for pointing that out because I haven't done this before. Scott, our squad leader usually does the invites, but we wanted to show how to do that on the PS5. Okay.
Yeah. Well, hold on real quick. I'm also getting sound from both of you,
Is
like on the game.
I wonder if that's a hold on. That might be the mic. Okay, I've muted the mic. All right, I'm turning down the microphone level. Are you still getting anything?
Yes. But I can just see
I
it
went into
blinking.
audio and turned off incoming chat audio.
I see what it is. I think, yeah, again, hold on. We're just doing a quick adjustment, everybody. We're checking out the mic. Okay, now I've muted it. You shouldn't get anything. How about now?
Nope, nothing on you, Marcus.
Okay. I think it was okay, so I think that's what it was with the mic on the PS5 controller. So I muted it. It should be good. Any feedback, reverb, or anything like that?
Not on you, Marcus. I'm still seeing an indicator on Chad, though.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm assuming you, I guess, Chad, you have to mute your mic too.
It might be
Where'd
the
you wanna
mic
do
on your
that?
webcam. Do you have your webcam plugged into your PlayStation?
Let me see.
Here, I'm muting you from my end to see if that does anything.
Does that help?
Well, we're still hearing kind of beeping in the background.
No, that's just his overall volume thing. It's
Oh, you're doing your selections. Okay. Scott, are you still hearing anything?
yes, but I muted him, so it doesn't matter now. It's fine. Everything's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Chad, is that those little beeps? Is that you scrolling through using your PS4 controller?
Yeah, it's probably just coming through on my feed, not through the game.
Okay. All right, so we should be good now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Turn matchmaking off.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. All right. There we go. All right. As you can tell, if you have a PS5, you can play with PS4 players. So here we go. I'm excited about this. I haven't actually done this. We haven't done this together yet. So probably get my ass handed to me, but sure. Scott, have you done this one yet?
I've tried it, and essentially what you have to do is you have to essentially take the base, kill all the Mongol demons inside, and these little circles that you're seeing, the wispy ones, we have to essentially hold those points as advancing waves more and more come in. So I think there's 3, maybe 4 of those points. If there's 3, then what we'll do is once we take them, each one of us will just sit there on that spot, and we'll just sit there and constantly kill anything that comes that way.
Okay. It says that there's going to be 15 waves. How long do these things usually run?
I don't know. I've never survived one wave.
Okay. Well, then we're going to rock and roll with it.
Yeah. So
All right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
Wow, I just got rocked out of my socks.
Hold
Yeah, me
on.
too.
Oh, thank you.
Cool. All right. I need to get back into this. I think I forgot some of the controls. And I'm probably getting them mixed up with playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah, I gotta remember how to heal my damn self. How do I use my resolve? Oh, you can't use your resolve to heal yourself in this. That's right. You've got to use these healing drums. I keep forgetting that. There
Oh
we
yeah,
go.
do we need to crowd around that, or does it affect all of us?
Yeah, you kind of crowd around it in like the little drum vibrations, but as long
Okay.
as it's vibrating, you'll be healed by it. So, okay, one of you stay here.
Okay, I'll stay here.
Okay.
Marcus, come with me. Hold on, wait, Marcus. Wait. All right. Get on target on this guy right below you. Right. 3, 2, 1, do. You did it wrong, Marcus.
What did I do wrong?
You're supposed to assassinate him, not shoot somebody with an arrow.
What? You said get on the target. I thought you wanted me to shoot an arrow.
There was a guy directly underneath you. No, that's not fun. Damn. So close. Healing drum, Marcus. Stay inside there. All right. Alrighty. Stay there, Marcus.
Stay? Okay.
Yeah, stay right there.
Well, this is a fascinating dry run, not remembering anything. I will say this game, I mean, it looked awesome on the PS4, but I could definitely tell some differences moving up to the PS5.
One more second. I'm clearing these fellers out. Yeah, shoot your fucking arrow already. All right. Now we're gonna essentially hold our positions until they, come and attack us.
Okay.
So, healing drums, use them if you need them. If you hit the pad, the D-pad or not a D-pad, whatever this little motion pad thing is, if you hit that, then it'll go from there.
Oops.
If anyone needs any help, let me know. I can run that way.
Oh, here they come.
Yep. Yep, but I've got some coming my way too. So
Ah, shit, I'm down.
Marcus, try to help him if you can.
Yeah, yeah. There's too many of them, and I went down.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Oh, thanks.
I got to get to the beach first. Hold on.
And I had to respond. I bled out.
Yeah, I'm going to respawn here in 18 seconds, so don't worry about it. Let me.
Okay.
Okay.
Shit. And you're on the boat, Chad? Yes, good job. I'm
Yeah.
coming right behind you, Chad. After I hit this healing drum, which for some reason I can't use, but okay. Clear.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come here, ugly. Oh, okay.
Chad, get to a healing drum, dude. There's one, if you look right over here, there's one right down by this
Yeah, I got
rock.
it.
Go that way.
Yeah.
I'm going that way too, because I gotta heal.
What the fuck?
This way, this way. Well, whenever you see one, all you gotta do is just like hit it. Strike it with your sword.
Well, shit.
Okay.
Ouch. That was rude.
Nice. Damn.
Jesus.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Ah.
Marcus, dodge is a circle.
I
Red
know.
bar.
I'm trying to stay out of the way. I can't sit here very long. Damn.
Ah, crap.
Problem is, every time I try to come close reviving you, they're attacking me from behind. All right, so I'm going to say this before we end this broadcast. First and foremost, this is awesome. Do you guys like this mode?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Okay.
I just need to up my game. I just need to level up. I'm way too lowly ranked.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to play some more. I think that's evident. But yeah, definitely a very cool mode. And I got to tell you, just the way that it looks and on the PS5, there is some significant improvement. And maybe it has something to do with the Ultra 4K HDMI that kind of came with it to how I'm running on the 2160p. But yeah, just absolutely gorgeous the way it works. So I think Ghosts of Tsushima is one of the better games too that you can move over and play on the PS5 with ease. One other quick thing that I noticed as I was updating everything, they had a PS5 version of Borderlands 3 that was a free upgrade if you had the disc or you bought a digital copy of it. So you can definitely check that out. And I loaded that up and played a little bit last night. That was gorgeous as well. We're going to close this out. So here's a couple initial impressions. Again, getting back to the crashing, I don't know if that's the system or that was me not hitting the right setting. But Scott's got a point too about if it's not going to give you that seamless transition between games and stuff like that, it doesn't bode well for a system. I will say this about the PS5. Yes, it's gorgeous. The actual horsepower does make a difference. I can definitely see improvements in gameplay and stuff with just a few games that I have. But in my honest personal opinion, if you're going to buy one console this holiday season, if you're not going to get both, stick with the Xbox Series X. I think that is a little bit better. And I don't know if the PS5 is all the way there yet. And it could literally just be that, things that we're looking for will be better with the second model, which will probably be out in a year or two. So, are you guys impressed with the PS5 at all? Any thoughts, or just kind of
I'm kind of ambivalent about it.
I'm not really impressed. Sorry.
Yeah, Nothing about it screams next gen to me. But again, it's probably not doing us the best service by looking at it through a streaming platform. If I were there in the living room with you, it would probably be melting my brain. But it's probably not the best first impression by watching just a stream where it crashed once.
Yeah, I mean, not even that really for me. I mean, it's it crashed once. The features they're talking about aren't really going to be applicable to me anyway, and so to me, all I'm really seeing is, okay, it's going to process stuff a little bit faster. That's what you would expect from a new console.
Right.
And it's a slightly different format for the home screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
other than that, I have to do the Sony song and dance, jump through shit, get brand new stuff, this, that, and the other, to then be able to use any of it, which means a bigger investment for me, period. Or I could just spend the exact same amount of money or less and get a fucking Xbox, and I never have to worry about it ever again.
Well, the wars are already there, PlayStation versus Xbox, and I'm going to tell you right now, Xbox is going to win. And I know that the die-hard Sony fans will debate this and think I'm wrong, and that's fine. But since we have transitioned more to Xbox, especially with multiplayer gameplay, the investment, if you're going to make it, get the Xbox Series X. I mean, Scott and I were talking about this on Tuesday. It was fast loading between games. We actually had better frame rates and stream rates looking at some of the games. For the first time, I'm more excited to play sports games on Xbox than PlayStation. Although I like the new NBA 2K, I wasn't going to go out of my way to get it. And I will play it. I think for me, it's more or less, yes, you're getting more processing power. Okay. You're going to get better graphics and all that. And that's fantastic. Okay. But is that something you really needed in this kind of a console that you're charging $500 for versus just another model of the PS4 where you could have done all the same stuff for half the price?
Yeah. To me, it feels very Wii U-like. It felt like the jump from the Wii to the Wii U is about what this PS4 to PS5 jump feels like on the surface.
Sorry.
That's probably harsh. That's probably pretty harsh, but that's how it looks.
Well, if I'm giving an honest grade for the PS5, it's a 7. It's okay, but it isn't screaming, "Let me run out and buy a new console." When a lot of the new games that are coming out, the PS4 versions are going to be fine if you have a PS4 Pro, okay, and you have a really good 4K TV,
which is exactly what I've got. So I'll stick with my PS4 Pro for the time being.
But here's the one thing that I really do like, and why I'm glad I have it. The fact that I could transfer all my PS4 catalog on, one external drive, and when I'm buying new, games through the PlayStation Store that aren't strictly ready for the PS5, like their back catalog, I can continue to do that, and it is seamless gameplay and stuff like that. And the how to broadcast to Twitch with the one click made that is a good thing. Okay,
when it works.
Well, again, we're not entirely sure what happened there.
This is true.
Look, I'm not going to sit there and cause panic to consumers or anything like that. We're just being honest. It could literally have been something that I selected that was wrong, that would have caused any system. But then again, we didn't have any problems with the Xbox Series X on Tuesday.
True.
So, there you go.
And also, Marcus, I want to say you're pretty rough on electronics when it comes to things. I've seen some of the things you've done with your PS4 when we're doing streams and this, that, and the other. And man, even then you don't have problems with crashing that mother. So, for this thing to be, I mean, I'm not joking. For me, that was a significant blow because there should be no fucking reason why that even happened at all. Like none. So,
well, I'm going to continue to play with it. Again, I'm glad that I've combined both of these libraries together because my PS4 will now be a tournament, console, and it's giving me a little bit more room. But I think I will find myself playing more Xbox like I have been, and I think that's the better console this holiday season. If you're a true gamer, you will end up both, but you know, you might want to wait for the price drop in the PS5 before you really go all out if you're, trying to decide between consoles. So that's really how we look at it. But again, things look good, and maybe that's all that people really, really want more than anything else. But for me personally, I know it's a little bit more generous. I'll give it a 7. It's okay, and that's about it. So I know Scott's already like, no, that grade's too high. I already see him shaking his head.
I'm being quiet. No, I'm being quiet.
Okay. Dad, do you have a grade? Scott, we can already tell it's going to be low. Do you have any grade that you would give it right now?
I think the little summary I just gave you, it just seems like a Wii to Wii U jump to me. So I'm incredibly underwhelmed by it just on the surface. Now, if they work out some of the kinks and make this thing a little bit more, I don't know. It's just not. I'm not excited about the PlayStation 5 even a little bit. I am excited about an Xbox, but not a PlayStation 5. There's just no sense of urgency. Like I have to upgrade right now.
Right.
I do feel like the Xbox seems like it's a little bit more of a, you're probably better off upgrading than not upgrading. PlayStation 5, I'm going to take a very long wait and see attitude about the PlayStation upgrade.
And
so 6 at best, just from what I see.
Yeah, and that's a fair grade the way it looks at it. So Sony, sorry, you're just not impressing us with your new console.
You stumbled out the gate, Sony. You stumbled out the gate. That so making the storage a proprietary hardware again, like they did with the PlayStation Vita. Did we not learn our lesson the last time? Apparently not.
Oh God, no. Not when they're trying to make money. And you know what part of it is? They're trying to get that cash grab to make up fourth quarter sales this year because of the pandemic.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The first thing that I did before I started, getting all the games updated, I put Fight Night Round 4 the PS3 disc in just to see. And of course, he wouldn't read it. So all your rumors about backwards compatibility, fuck you.
Wow. That had to be a heartbreaker.
Yeah, I want a boxing game on a new console. I'm sorry.
Well, wait then. What platform did you get your NCAA football on?
Or NCAA football, yes. Wouldn't that be awesome to play on the PS5?
Yeah.
With 2160 graphics.
Dude, I still have a first gen model PS4. Like, this thing has still been going, like, chugging strong. I don't have a Pro. Everything inside of me has been like, well, if I wanted to upgrade my PlayStation right now, would I turn around and just buy PS5?
Yeah.
I'm just going to buy a brand new, PlayStation Pro and go from there,
Yeah.
So.
And you'll get better deals on it right now. But again, here with that nerd show, we've all pretty much gone to Xbox anyway with our multiplayer and what we can do. And because Game Pass has the better value. So we're not going to lie to you. And that's what I've been encouraging people to do is like, look, and I had a family member ask, well, what would you do like Xbox in a heartbeat? Get them that. If you're only going to do one console, EA being combined with Game Pass is a real coup. I mean, it's the best thing that you can get right now.
I don't think any of us are wearing X-Boy fanboy goggles. It's just the more sensible choice. It really is.
It really is. It really
brand loyalty aside, it's just the more sensible choice.
Exactly. Because you're getting more bang for your buck out of the Game Pass and the way that they do this system with the way that they've integrated EA Access. It's cool. I'm not going to fucking toot the horn anymore. But the only thing that I am looking forward to is the finalization of Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda, because I want to see what happened when that drops. Because Bethesda has the rights and stuff like that to everyone's like, oh, all these fucking games like, Fallout and everything else like that. Like, yeah, they are. But at the same time, Bethesda also owns a lot of the rights and fucking everything else to really, really old classic games because they've been around for like ever. So like the original Killing Floor and all that other stuff. So who knows? Maybe they're going to release that kind of stuff on Game Pass, and we're going to see a more of a classical surge of the 8
Yes.
bits getting put back in there. Because even if you look at Game Pass right now, they're still releasing indie games that are 8-bit games that are new releases. So I'm only curious to see, where we're going to go, with that.
Right.
And, so yeah, we're like Chad said, we're not wearing fanboy goggles. I think honestly, it's, I don't know about everyone else, but for me, I don't make a lot of money. So I have to choose which is going to be more beneficial to me,
Right.
long term. And I
Right.
can't afford to be doing all this other stuff. So for me, the Xbox is going to be the value that I'm going to go with that direction.
Well,
Because
yeah,
it's going to give me the best.
my stimulus check pretty much went to this, which I did it that way so I could also write it off because it is for work. But when I was updating games, there were stuff that I still played with a disc that wasn't digital, and I went through a few, and I'm like, deleted them because I think I played it once and didn't realize it was still on the hard drive. But the one that I couldn't believe I hadn't completely deleted, and I don't know why, was Fallout 76. So they were like, "Would you like to update this?" Fuck no. I'm pretty sure I threw out that disc.
Did you run into any DRM? Did you run into any DRM issues on anything to where it wouldn't let you carry it over because the digital rights have run out?
No, everything carried over. I just had to update everything, and I think it was
great.
I think it was more of reading the external hard drive than anything. And like I said, I didn't do the complete seamless transfer of all my PS4 settings to PS5. I mostly wanted to just start it up, log in, plug in the external hard drive, and make sure all the games were there, and they were. So one thing though, I did notice this. Again, we haven't tried out the PS Now for how they're doing that regarding the PS5. But any PlayStation Classic that they have offered free through your PlayStation membership, it was all available. So if you missed it 1 month, you were able to go back and download it. So games that I had disc for, like Black Ops 3, God of War, the Uncharted games and all that, I basically just deleted it and just installed the digital versions from PlayStation. So they're offering more of a back catalog of stuff that you can go into and get if you didn't get it from month to month. And I thought that was cool. So that you have going for you. All right, everybody. There you go about the PS5. A little underwhelming. And, of course, we had a malfunction in the middle of it, and we're not going to edit this footage or anything. We call it like we see it. So, Sony, you're just not going to win the console war this year.
Sorry, gang.
Yeah. You know what the PlayStation 5 kind of reminds me of? And I say this as this game was updating and took forever as usual. The PlayStation 5 to PlayStation is like Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for Call of Duty. It's like that version. Sorry. Just wanted to make that analogy. All right, everybody, we're going to be out of here. Thanks for tuning in to our live stream of unboxing the PS5. You can let us know what you think of it and whether you're going to be buying one by tweeting us out at That Nerd Show. At That Nerd Show. And yes, we got more live broadcasts on Twitch, YouTube, DLive. Still don't know what that is. Periscope. It's all sorts of stuff where we're simultaneously live streaming on. Also, I'm sorry, we have way better content than the little tweens playing Fortnite on Twitch. Just saying.
Even when you mess up.
All right, say goodbye.